What do you do when you've tried everything? When you've worked for something, believed in something, built something, and the world proved over and over that it wasn't going to work? Most people give up. Some people keep trying. And a very small number, the ones who feel too deeply, who cannot accept the world as it is, they decide to replace the world entirely. That is Madara Uchiha, not a villain who wanted power, a man who wanted peace so desperately that he was willing to destroy everything to force it into existence. And the most uncomfortable truth, he was right about the problem. He was just completely wrong about the solution. Here's what nobody says about Madara. He didn't start as a villain. He actually tried. Madara and Hashirama built something real together. A village. A genuine attempt at peace between clans who had been killing each other for generations. And it worked. For a while, but Madara saw something that Hashirama didn't. He saw the same cycles returning. The same hatred. The same tribal loyalties. The same human tendency to choose conflict over peace. Already creeping back in. And when he raised those concerns, the system rejected them. So here's the question nobody wants to answer. Was Madara wrong about humans being unable to change on their own? Was he actually wrong? Look at history. Any history. How many times does the same cycle repeat before someone decides that waiting for people to change is just another way of accepting that they won't? Madara's tragedy isn't that he was evil. His tragedy is that he was a perfectionist who encountered an imperfect world and couldn't find a way to live with the gap. But here's where it gets complicated. Watch Madara fight. Not the strategy, not the power. Watch his face. There is something there that doesn't belong in someone who genuinely wants peace. There is joy, not duty, not necessity. Joy. The way he moves, the way he speaks during battle, the way he always escalates when he could simply end it. Madara said he wanted peace, but he spent his entire life engineering the most elaborate war in history. He said he wanted to end suffering, but he chose the most violent, most destructive path possible. He said humans couldn't change, but he never actually gave them the chance, because some part of him didn't want them to. Because here's the truth, he needed a conflict. Not consciously, but deeply. The way some people need drama to feel alive, need enemies to feel purposeful, need a war to fight because without one, they don't know who they are. He called it a plan for peace, but the plan required eternal war to justify it. That's not an idealist. That's a perfectionist who found a way to make his addiction look noble. And then, at the very end, the story he told himself falls apart. Not the plan, not the technique, the story. Lying there, after everything, next to Hashirama. Two old men, two friends who spent a lifetime on opposite sides of an idea. And Madara says it. Our dreams, they never really came true, did they? That line strips away everything. The infinite Tsukuyomi, the Rinnegan, the centuries of planning, and what's left is just a boy from a war-torn clan who wanted a world where his loved ones didn't have to die. That was always it. And in that moment, he admits, quietly, completely, that Hashirama was right, that trusting people, that letting things be imperfect, that accepting that real peace is messy and slow, was the answer he spent his entire life refusing. He figured it out. At the exact moment it was too late to matter. Stop. Is there something in your life, a relationship, a goal, a version of yourself that you've decided is impossible? Not because you actually tested it fully, but because you tested it once. It hurt, and you decided the whole thing was broken. Because that's Madara. He tried peace, it got complicated, people disappointed him, and instead of trying again, he decided the whole thing needed to be replaced. And here's what that decision feels like from the inside. It feels like strength, like clarity, like finally seeing the truth everyone else is too naive to accept. But it's not strength, it's a perfectionist way of quitting. Because if the standard is perfection, you never have to do the hard work of building something real. You just get to tear things down and call it vision. Is there something you've given up on? Not because it was truly impossible, but because the imperfect version wasn't good enough for you? Madara never wanted to be a god. He wanted to be a child again, playing with his friend, in a world where the people he loved didn't have to die. He spent everything he had chasing a feeling, not a world, just a feeling. And in the end, lying next to the only person who ever truly knew him, he said it himself. Our dreams, they never really came true, did they? No, Madara, they didn't. But maybe, if you had let them be imperfect, they could have. If this hit different, you already know what to do. Next video.